Have you ever really thought about how a simple drawing on a flat piece of paper becomes the actual chair you're sitting in right now? Or the mug you drink your coffee from? Well, today, we're making that exact leap. We're going to explore the amazing world of three-dimensional design and figure out how ideas go from being flat to being real objects that shape our entire world.
All right, so let's jump right in. To really wrap our heads around this, we have to start with the huge difference between something that's totally flat and something that, well, actually exists in the real world. Think of it as the journey from a simple sketch to a solid sculpture.
Okay, let's kick things off with a super simple question. You've got a drawing of an apple, right? And then you've got a real apple in your hand. What's the main difference? I mean, it seems obvious, doesn't it? But that obvious difference is the key to, well, everything we're talking about today.
This breaks it down perfectly. So, on one hand, you've got 2D, two-dimensional. Think of a drawing or a painting. It's flat. It's only got length and width. You can look at it, sure, but that's kind of it. But then you have 3D. This is the real-world stuff. It's got length, width, and that all-important third thing, height. You can actually hold it, you can feel it, you can walk all the way around it.
So that leads us right to our next point. We need to actually define what this third dimension is. What is that crucial difference that takes something from being just a picture to being a real physical thing?
All right, so here's the official definition, and it's pretty straightforward. An object is three-dimensional if it has length, width, and height. You see, it's not just some outline on a page. It actually takes up space. It has what we call volume. It exists right here in the physical world with us.
And that really is the secret ingredient, isn't it? Height. You could also call it depth or thickness. Whatever word you use, that's the game changer. It's the one thing that transforms a flat shape into a real object you can touch and feel. It's the difference between a floor plan of a house and the actual house you can walk into.
Okay, so you might be thinking, why does this matter so much? Well, for anyone who actually makes things, artists, designers, craftspeople, this isn't just some abstract idea. Thinking in 3D it's everything. It's absolutely fundamental to what they do.
I mean, think about it. It's a really simple but powerful truth. Almost everything we think of as a craft is 3D. It's designed to be held, to be used, to be experienced from every single angle, not just stared at on a wall. Just look around you right now. That coffee mug you're holding? Yep, that's 3D. The sturdy wooden table it's on? 3D. A woven basket with real depth to it, a small sculpture on a shelf, even a cozy blanket that has its own thickness and can actually wrap around you. All of them, they all exist in 3 dimensions.
And this right here, this gets to the absolute core of what craftsmanship is all about. It's this incredible skill of making objects in 3D that are not only beautiful, but also useful. A master potter isn't just thinking, ooh, what a pretty pattern. No way. They're thinking about the weight of the bowl, how it feels in your hands, and, if it's strong enough to actually hold your soup.
This whole idea of combining beauty and function, it's not new. Not at all. In fact, let's take a little trip back in time and look at a historical figure who basically built his entire life's philosophy around this very concept.
So let's meet William Morris. He was this incredible English designer way back when, and he had this really powerful idea. That thoughtful, well-made design, it wasn't just a luxury for the wealthy. He believed it could genuinely make everyday life better for everyone.
And this quote really sums up his whole mission. He believed that everyone, not just the rich, deserved to live in a beautiful home, one that was filled with things that were actually made well. Because he knew that being surrounded by care and intention, well, it just improves your quality of life. So what did he do? He designed, well, pretty much everything. Furniture, wallpaper, fabrics, you name it. And with every single thing he created, he was obsessed with 2 things, its 3D form and its function. How would this chair actually feel to sit in for hours? How will this wallpaper pattern make a small room feel bigger? He basically proved that amazing 3D design could elevate an everyday object into a piece of art that you could actually use every single day.
All right, let's bring this all together and talk about what's next. Because understanding the third dimension, that's really just the beginning. If you're inspired to start creating things for yourself, there are a few key building blocks you're going to need to master.
So the journey really starts with the basics. First, you've got to explore the simple shapes. Cubes, spheres, cylinders that are the foundation of literally every 3D object. Then it's about getting to know your materials. You have to understand how wood behaves differently from fabric or how metal is different from clay.
And once you've got a handle on form and material, then you can start to develop your brand, your own unique style that makes your work instantly recognizable as yours.
And that really brings us to the end. But here's a final thought I want to leave you with. You now have this new way of looking at the world. You get the difference, that huge leap from a flat 2D picture to a real 3D object. So my question to you is, how is that going to change how you see the world around you? The next time you pick something up, anything at all, just take an extra second. Really appreciate its form, its function, and all the three-dimensional thinking that had to happen to bring it into your hands.